Hello, so let's have a look around a stateroom on Oceania's cruise ship, the Nautica. So this is a room up on the 7th deck, so we have a balcony over there, which I'll show you in a moment. A lovely queen size bed here. The room is made up twice a day by the room steward, and I have to say ours is excellent, very attentive, does everything you need. So very well lit room over here, as you can see. And then down there, something I really like, lots and lots of these USB charging ports, and this is very useful nowadays because all devices are charged with these. A little alarm clock there for the mornings, and every night you get a little chocolate on your pillow, which is a lovely touch. Lovely bed linen, I have to say, and you can actually buy that from the shop on board. So the balcony's over there, as is the rest of the stateroom. We'll take a look at that in a moment, but for now let's just have a look at the wardrobe space, which is behind me over here. Now clearly they can't squeeze too much wardrobe space into a stateroom of this size, but I think it's really adequate. You've got hanging space in these two wardrobes here. We're on a cruise of 11 nights and there's plenty of space in there for the clothes. There is a laundrette on board, so you can do your own washing. You can also use the laundrette services, but you have to pay for that. A couple of life belts there, which you hope you don't need, but they're there anyway. And of course we put our shoes on the bottom of the wardrobe. This wardrobe here has got a safe in it, which is great. You can put your passports and your valuables in there and you set the code. More hanging space up here, and more drawer space down there. And finally, on the storage space, a couple more cupboards here, and on this shelf here, fresh water, which is replenished twice a day, and some ice, some champagne glasses there, and more storage space up here. And they give you a little beach bag as well, which is lovely, a lovely touch when you get off and you go on the beach. You get complimentary robes for use on the cruise, and I've hung a towel there just to air. In a moment we will have a look inside the ensuite bathroom, which is behind that door over there. So let's venture into the rest of the room and have another look around. As I say, a lovely queen size bed and a bin, and more of those charging points by the bed over there. A little bit of artwork and a miniature sofa. They also provide you with beach towels to take off the ship with you, which is a lovely touch. A dressing table here and a lovely well lit mirror. Many more of those charging points down there, and a hairdryer. And in this little cupboard we have a fridge. So that's stocked with soft drinks. We're on the concierge package, so we get a bottle of champagne, which we've not yet opened. I'm sure we'll be cracking that open quite soon. Phone here for getting in touch with room service and destination services and reception. And every day you get a little magazine like this telling you about today's destination. And from whichever country you come, you get a little news bulletin. You can actually have room service breakfast, lunch or dinner served here. And there's quite a nice menu, although it is a little bit restricted, and the much better menus are actually in the restaurants on board the ship. Let's go outside and take a look on the veranda. This room, by the way, is very well air conditioned. It's lovely and cool in here, which is wonderful in the heat of the day. You can retire here, and all the inside spaces of the ship are air conditioned. So just while we're on the subject, you get a television here. And there we are. Our stateroom attendant is a guy called Swee Min Tun. Absolutely brilliant. If Oceania are watching this, I hope they give him some credit for the excellent work that he does. Let's have a look on the balcony. So we're cruising around French Polynesia at the moment. I'll just slide these curtains open and unlock the stateroom door, which slides very easily open. Now we do use this space for drying our swimwear after we've been on the beach, but there is the balcony. Beautiful. That's one of the French Polynesian. I think that might be Boro Boro over there. We'll just step outside and have a look at the ocean while we're here. Wonderful. very, very hot. You do need your sunscreen in this part of the world. It's about a 19-hour travel from the UK here. There we go. Let's go back inside and have a look at the ensuite. The empty cases, by the way, once you've unpacked, slip very nicely underneath the bed there, so they're out of the way. I'm just going to shut this door again to maintain the air conditioning in the room. This is a nice place to sit, by the way, when the other one is getting ready for dinner, so you're not in each other's way, so that half of the room up there can be used for getting dressed, and you can sit and wait down here and watch television. Lovely. Plenty of space in this stateroom. So, the ensuite now. What are your expectations? You've got to be realistic, really. You can't expect them to put too much into an ensuite, but I think this is really well thought out and well designed and perfectly adequate for the cruise. Again, plenty of mirrors and lighting and a sink and a loo, as you'd expect, and then the shower over here to the right of the door. Now, the shower is actually quite a bit of a squeeze. You've got to push the doors open, double doors, then step inside and close it behind you. Wonderful water pressure, brilliant shower, and you get this beautiful complimentary soap and body wash from Bulgari, which is a great touch. It's a beautiful scent that you get that replenished and refreshed whenever it goes empty. There's no shortage of it on board. Of course, you've got the mirror there, which is a cabinet which opens, and the sink. Plenty of towels. Your towels are replenished whenever you want them to be. If you want to use them again, you can leave them on there, and if you want to get them changed, you just drop them on the floor and the room attendant will change them for you. So there we go. Hope you found that interesting and useful. A little guided tour of a suite on Oceania's ship Nautica. Now, this ship is actually 21 years old, so it's quite an old ship, but all the inside spaces have been renovated and done up in the last 18 months. So these are beautiful, new, freshly done staterooms, and they really are quite special. You get a very luxury feel when you're in here, I have to say. The ice refilled every morning and every evening, and these little water bottles for taking ashore. This is one of their approaches to try and cut down on plastic use. They give you these to take ashore with you, and you can refill them yourself every day, either from these bottles, or there's plenty of water stations around the ship. There we go. So, hope you've enjoyed that little guided tour, and see you soon for some more travel adventures. Bye for now.